So, what should you pack in your bag on race day, particularly cross country? Hey everybody, Coach Jason here. Hope you're doing well from Top Line Running. I always say this: if you're an athlete or a coach and you're not following me on this channel, subscribe to me in this channel. Please hit that subscribe button, okay? And I have 600 plus videos that I could talk to you about here, and I'm happy to answer any questions. Here's my email address: blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. Again, it's blackbeltrunningcoach@gmail.com. You have direct access to me to talk about anything you'd like, particularly on this channel, especially on this channel. Okay, I'm speaking from personal experience as a former competitive runner and a coach of the last 2 decades. I'm also USATF certified. I'm also Wharton trained in active isolated flexibility. So I'm here to help you run fast and keep you healthy while you do it. Okay, period. Okay. And the bottom line is I want you to know as much as possible if you're a coach or an athlete so you can make better decisions, so you can get better, so you can make your athletes better. That's why this channel is here. Okay. There is no secret workout, no such thing. It's a collective sum of consistent training that you do over a longer period of time that's going to help you climb into the next level. But today I want to talk about what to pack on race day. And again, these are the little things where you can improve around the margins, right? The areas where you might not be thinking, oh my God, yes, this is what I want to talk about. Okay. To help you get a little better clarity. And the more you learn, the more you're sharpening your tool, the weapons in your tool shed, the better off you're going to be. Okay. And I don't know if many other coaches are talking about this or channels are talking about it, but we are here. Okay. And I'm going to continue to put forth stuff like that's going to help you get better in so many other ways where people might not be even thinking about it. Okay. That's the point of this. So I hope you find this valuable. Hit the thumbs up if you do. Okay. Number one, okay, is the most obvious. Some of these things are obvious, some of them are not obvious. Okay. The obvious thing is a uniform, right? Pack your jersey night before. You might have the shorts on already. So normal. Pack your jersey. Okay. Additionally, pack your stretch rope or a foam roller or whatever you happen to use for flexibility or range of motion. Okay. I always pack the stretch rope. Okay. And again, keep this in mind when it comes to this stuff, static stretching versus active stretching. As the weather gets cooler, active stretching becomes more beneficial because it triggers the elevation of body temperature and the temperature of the muscles, as opposed to static stretching. You want to get warmed up and ready to fire up for activity, active stretching is a good idea. I've got videos on this channel that takes you through a full routine of active stretching. So I encourage you to take a look at it. Go to the channel, okay? You're here, and just go look up in the injury prevention section and you'll see stretches, okay? So next up, your spikes or your racing shoes, whatever you're going to use that day, okay? And a spike key if you have spikes. Make sure everything's tightened and fastened and ready to go. The spikes are not dull. The spikes are all even, symmetrical with each other, okay? So you never know what kind of course you're going to be encountering that day. So the footing could be terrible. The footing could be good. It can be a combination of dirt and asphalt and pavement, which is going to put all different types of dynamics on your shoes and your speed and your ability to maintain momentum. All these things factor in. Okay, so, and again, now, speaking of shoes, packing an extra pair of running shoes or training shoes and an extra pair of socks or two. Why? Because if it rains, either beforehand or during or after, you want to make sure that you have dry stuff that you can change into. Okay. I talked about people all the time, like you come there, you're looking forward to running this course, and then you get there and it's like, ugh, it's raining, it's crap. It happens on a regular basis, and it's very frustrating. But being prepared for that is a good idea. And on that note, pack a trash bag too. Why? Because you can take your wet stuff, put it in the trash bag, roll it up, put it in your bag, and it won't wet anything else. It won't affect anything else in the bag, especially food or whatever else you might have in it. It won't develop an odor on everything else in the bag either. Okay, so that's an underrated one right there. The trash bag you load it up in, put it in, you're good to go. Okay, also pack a Ziploc bag. What in it? A little thing of Vaseline, wipes, like a soapy wipe or something like that, and a couple of BandAids. Why? Well, if you're wearing new shoes and they're not broken in yet, or if you don't wear socks and you have spikes on, there's a good chance you might develop some blisters somewhere, either in the back of your foot or on the top of your foot or somewhere. And you want to have something that's going to help coat it, clean it, so it doesn't get infected, and help speed up the recovery process so you can come back and run the next day or whatever. Okay. Little blisters do not have to turn into month-long foot injuries. They don't. This is why this is the type of stuff you want to pack for a rainy day. And we can go in there and say, oh, I got it. I can take care of this, or I can take care of my teammate, or whatever it might be. You have it here at your disposal. That's absolutely critical. Okay. And the other thing is toilet paper. Okay. Whether it's a whole roll or you just take some, just put it in a Ziploc bag. Why? Because not every park you're going to go to has a working bathroom or working pooper. And if they do have a working bathroom, but there's no toilet paper, that sucks. So you want to have some toilet paper in a Ziploc bag to bring with you no matter where you go, particularly in cross country. Some of these are in the parks and the boondocks, and there's no porta potties there or whatever. So being ready is important. Okay, these are the types of things that can help you. So I'm looking down at my notes because I want to make sure I get everything right here. Okay, again, snacks. Now, let's just say I'm going to use Manhattan College Invitational in Van Cortlandt Park as an example. Let's say you get there at 9 o'clock with your team, but you're not racing until 1 o'clock the Eastern States, but your girls are running in the morning, whatever it might be, right? And you're going to be there for 4 hours. Well, snacks that you could easily digest beforehand, to keep something in your stomach and keep you fueled and ready to go, that you can get in and out of you before you race is one thing. And then having a snack after you race, or after you warm up, or after you cool down, work out, whatever it might be, that's a little bit heavier laden in protein to help with the active recovery, the muscle repair, and help speed it up. And if you get it in your body within 30 to 45 minutes afterward, you're promoting an elevated recovery process, okay, an accelerated recovery process. So it's not only what you eat, is when you eat it too. These little things will factor in and getting you prepared. But still, I would highly encourage you to pack the right fuels. And again, remember, last thing you want to do is spoil and have a soggy sandwich because your clothes are wet. That goes back to the getting trash bag. Pack your wet stuff so it doesn't mess up your food. Okay. These are the things I wanted to mention to you. I hope you find them helpful. I hope you think if you're a coach and you might not be mentioning to your athletes, hopefully you find something helpful here to share with your athletes and say, you know what? This is a good idea. Comes in handy. So, because at the end of the day, I want you to run well. I want your athletes to run well. Okay. And we don't want little things like this to turn into big things that are preventable. Okay. So packing the right things on race day. And again, if you're an indoor track meet, you might not need to pack certain things, but I would still pack the trash bag because it might not rain, but it could be a flood. It could be something, right? But you always want to have it there in your bag. Okay. And even if you need, whether it be ibuprofen or something like that to help, as long as as long as your doctor is okays it, as long as you're cleared by the doctors, bringing something from pain in case you have to deal with that, I would pack that too. But again, you speak to your doctor and your healthcare provider about that one. Okay. But these things will help set you up for success. Okay. Especially the trash bag, the Ziploc bag, and food. Okay. So these are definitely things that I think you might find beneficial. If you did, hit the thumbs up if you found this helpful. And if you know any coaches or athletes that you think might benefit from this channel, please do. I mentor a lot of coaches, high school and college. I help them design their training programs for their athletes, especially beginners coaches. I'm here to help in that regard too. If you have any questions about training programs that I've got stuff for the half mile, 800, the mile, the 3K, the 5K, the 10K, the half marathon, the marathon, all different levels. Okay. I've got middle distance training for cross country. If you're not running cross country races, I've got those as well. If you happen to be a sprinter, a long sprinter, but you're training through the fall and you're not running cross country races, I've got programs for that too. Okay. Got to get those folks fit too. So reach out to me. If you have any questions, I'm here to help. Okay. Have a great season, everybody. And I'll talk to you next time.